In Batgirl Year 1, Barbara Gordon had previously broke inside the JSA headquarters as she was trying to leave a message for Black Canary trying to be her apprentice. Now someone got her message, but it wasn't Black Canary. Wildcat confronts Barbara, asking her why she's wearing a mask. But as Barbara tries to run, Wildcat leaps from the roof and grabs her and informs her that Canary is not in the market for any apprentices. Barbara retreats, but as Wildcat stands atop the roof, Dr. Fate appears. Wildcat asks Fate what does he see for her, but Fate sees triumph and tragedy in Barbara's future. But in present day, Batgirl is still at the $1 Million Masquerade as she dukes it out with Killer Moth, knocking him into a bookcase. Barbara reflects on her father's concern about her reclusive lifestyle. She wonders if it's depression, or maybe it's resignation, or maybe it's something else. Even as Barbara is on the street reading the newspaper about Batman, she wonders what credentials do they have to be doing what they're doing in the first place. But as Jim tells Barbara he's worried about her, Barbara basically tells him he doesn't have to worry since he won't let her be a cop. Now Jim is like, please don't start that shit again. But Barbara finds an invitation to the $1 Million Masquerade Ball and she decides to make a surprise appearance. Barbara goes out to the costume shop looking for the perfect costume, but none of the costumes suit her fancy, so she goes home to stitch up her own. But as Barbara is creating her Batgirl costume, she has to hide it as Jim comes in wondering if he should be the Sultan or the cowboy. But later, on the night of the $1 Million Masquerade Ball, Barbara would make an appearance dressed as Batgirl. As Barbara makes her way through the crowd, she notices politicians and celebrities as well as wastoid billionaires like Bruce Wayne. Batgirl meets some dude named Jay Davenport, but she tells him that she's not interested. But as Batgirl is talking to this guy, Killer Moth busts in the building, demanding Bruce Wayne. Now at first, partygoers think it's all a show and it's part of the ball. But as Jim Gordon hops in front of Bruce Wayne, he gets shot with a tranq dart and incapacitated. As Alfred tends to the Wayne Manor and a young Robin gets ready for bed, he sees on the news that the $1 Million Masquerade has turned into a hostage situation and he gets ready to mobilize. As Robin hops on his bike, Batgirl is already there as she dukes it out with Killer Moth and his goons. Batgirl knows she's in a little over her head as she's never had to deal with a hostage situation before. But as Alfred watches the news, he informs Bruce Wayne they may need a bigger Batcave. As Killer Moth tries to shoot Batgirl, she uses the table as a shield. She then slides under Killer Moth and kicks him in the ankle. As Killer Moth goes down, he ditches the mask. He then makes for the window as he jumps through the glass attempting to retreat. But as Batgirl goes into hot pursuit, Killer Moth shoots an explosive projectile in order to slow her down. As Batgirl closes in on Killer Moth, he shoots a grappling line with a parachute attached, and before Batgirl can get her hands on him, a helicopter flies overhead and bails him out. As Batgirl has let Killer Moth get away, Batman arrives, asking her what is she supposed to be. To be continued.